Happy Friday. Today we're going to walk you through this incredible one-of-one custom build we call Bad Santa. It's really Santa Claus with a bad attitude. All blacked out trim, raven black grille, custom vintage stripes with, call it coal when you're bad, striping we've never done before. And then the interior, a Napa black leather interior with red stitching. Let's dive in. Okay, so this truck has every single upgrade, including power steps, Fox coilover suspension, has the 17-inch forged aluminum wheels, the entire body, 100% brand new American-made steel. And this is not an old car or a restoration. It's not even a Restomod. This right here is a fully modernized classic. And so unlike a restoration or Restomod, it is a 2025 vehicle with a 2025 platform, giving you all of the modern technology that you have in your regular modern car. And it has luxury that'll be on par with your G-Wagon. Let me show you. Inside is this beautiful leather work with deviated body matching stitching. Has the woven basket weave style leather inserts with grommets, and Alcantara right here. Looks like suede, feels like suede, and we spared no expense. Billet aluminum hardware, billet aluminum on all these pieces. You got your vintage window crank that powers your power windows. And then check out these details right here. An immense amount of work went into this vehicle. 900 hours of labor to transform a modern car chassis, 2025, into this classic inspired vehicle. And the body is a brand new American-made steel. We actually designed and engineered it, and then did all the tooling and had them stamped in Detroit. And so what you get is a rust-free body. It feels solid, it's heavy, and the lines and the gaps are absolutely perfect. So unlike an old classic car, you're not going to find doors that don't close or any kind of wind noise or leakage. Every bit of it, down to the millimeter, has been obsessed through. And all hand built here in Atlanta, Georgia, where we build the finest fully modernized classics on the market. And with this truck, you could drive it every single day, in the rain, on the freeway, on a road trip with your family, and you have the peace of mind of airbags, 6 airbags. And no classic car or restoration or Restomod has this. And so because it's built on a 2025 chassis, instead of trying to make an old car look more modern, building it on modern car platform gives you modern car driving characteristics, modern car reliability, modern car technology, and luxury that will make your G-Wagon jealous. And 6 airbags. So you got one right here. This is your little airbag warning right here. Airbag here in the front dash. You got airbag number 3, curtain airbags that run from the A-pillar all the way up and around to the rear, giving you side and rear passenger protection all the way from there to there. So you got 3 airbags on this side. You got airbag in the steering wheel. Another one, seat mounted side impact airbag on the driver's side seat. And then you have that curtain airbag on the driver's side all the way back to the rear. So those are some of your safety features. So 6 airbags, big deal. Old classic cars don't have that. Inside the doors, you can hear how solid that door sounds. That is American-made steel, very heavy. Even the door handles are billet aluminum as well. So you've got side impact beams in the doors. Underneath this sheet metal, you have crumple zones that protect the passengers inside if you were to get in an accident. And then you have technology like anti-lock brakes, traction control. Up here you have pre-collision assist with emergency braking. And then in the back you have your parking sensors and your backup camera. There's your backup camera. There's your parking sensors. And by giving you all that modern technology, safety features, modern day car reliability and technology, but giving you this classic inspired body, which is wider and longer than the classic ones from the 1960s and 70s, you're really getting the best of both worlds. And you could drive this truck every single day. You won't have to worry about it. And the way it looks, it is truly like nothing else on the road. The paint job done by our super talented team is hundreds of hours of labor. And we don't even like to call it labor, because labor just sounds like, just, I don't know, labor. This right here is a work of art. It is a show quality paint job. All the body work is measured down to the millimeter, so your gaps and lines and flush at every corner and crevice has been measured by our engineering team and our quality team to ensure repeatable perfection every single time. You can get this looked at by anybody that knows paint, and they will tell you it is better than factory in terms of the paint job. Huge amount of work went into it. Raven black for the grille gives you a really nice contrast. All the lighting is LED, so it looks old school. 7-inch round headlight. All the lighting on the perimeter vehicle is LED. You can actually see at night. And over here you have 33-inch BF Goodrich tires. You've got the Fox coilover suspension, and the suspension is adjustable, so you can adjust it from firm to soft. It's already tuned specifically for freeway driving, pavement driving, but if you wanted to off-road it, you could definitely off-road it. It has shift on the fly 4-wheel drive, as well as different modes for snow, sand, slippery, ice. So if you wanted to take it off-road, you absolutely could. I personally took one of our trucks off-road in Colorado a couple weeks ago in the Rocky Mountains. Got it to 11,000 elevation, 11,000 feet of elevation. Drove it in the snow with 4-wheel drive on, and it was no problem. It was actually pretty easy. And I'm not even an experienced off-roader at all. This right here, all the details, it's all about the details. So this right here is your gas cap, which is made out of a big block of space grade aluminum on a CNC machine, and then we send it out to have it powder coated for this beautiful finish. And so very little plastic on the vehicle. So again, this right here, it is not fiberglass or a composite or a cheap material. We actually stamp brand new American made steel. And then all these little pieces right here, including your bumper, that's brand new American made steel as well. And all your hardware and all your emblems, all of that right there, we spared no expense. Stainless steel hinges that were powder coated. You got your mirrors, your emblems, all of that matches. And let's see here, show you under the hood as well. These stripes are really cool because you've seen our normal vintage stripes. Usually they're white and red, or a variety of colors that we offer now. Never done it in matte black, which is really cool because if you like the vintage look, but you also like modern, this is really a great blend, and I'll show you how she looks from the side here. Check this out. Just beautiful. Call it Bad Santa because it was built for Santa Claus, but with a bad attitude. So you go black trim, black wheels, black bumpers, black grille, black interior, and a black soft top. So let me show you the soft top before I hop in and walk you through the interior. So this soft top right here has a lot of versatility. Currently it is in Safari mode, and Safari mode is where you have the rear windows unzipped, side windows unzipped, and the rear windows unzipped. So this right here is our midnight blue truck. This is Patrick's, going out to Ann Arbor here soon, and it has is fully enclosed right now. So it's all zipped up and it is waterproof, and you could drive it in the rain, in the snow. It is not going to leak. While I was in Colorado, it was snowing there and I had the top on. It was super cold and windy outside, but inside it was calm. There was no leaks, and we water test every single one of these. So you've got fully enclosed mode over here, like Patrick's Midnight Blue. You got Safari mode right here. And then within Safari mode, you have this moonroof. And we really love this design because we took our client feedback from all the restorations and restomods we built. And they said that the soft top was a pain in the ass. And that's just the truth, right? Who wants to have to get out every single time and unzip the whole entire thing? Well, we really thought about the practicality of a moonroof, and think about what you can do with an easy to open and close moonroof, where all you have to do is grab a couple of latches, which I'll show you inside here, and then undo them, and you can quickly go from open to closed. I mean, it really takes seconds, and I'll sit inside and show you how easy it is to latch it on and off. So this will give you a lot of versatility. Think about how you could use this, where you don't always want the roof off, but you don't always want it on, and then have to deal with zipping and unzipping it. So this gives you a really great in between, and the fact that you can run it in Safari mode and have the moonroof open or closed, or like Patrick's truck over here, you could do the same thing. Even when it's fully enclosed, you can open and shut the moonroof. So again, a lot more versatility. This is our own custom soft top that we had engineered and manufactured. Super high quality, does not leak, comes in several different colors. In this particular one, it's all blacked out, of course, because bad Santa. And let's go ahead and hop inside and take a look. So this is your passenger side here, and I really can't get over this interior because it really is so beautiful. I mean, there's just no two ways about it. You get in this thing, I don't care what you have in your garage. It could be a Ferrari, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, McLaren, and you will immediately be able to appreciate the details and the thought that went into the interior. And this reminds me of my old 458 Italia Ferrari. It had a black interior, it had red stitching. Honestly, this is nicer. Excuse me. So Alcantara right here as well. And so I'm sitting inside on the passenger side. I'm going to show you the soft top and how easy it is. I've got one hand here on the phone. I've got one hand up here. Actually, let me use my left hand. And I'm going to just lift up and drop it down. And so this is something you could do by yourself at a red light. I am right-handed, so easier for me, but I'm just going to simply hit that right there, reach over here, do the same thing. Kind of hard for me to do on this side, actually, with my left hand. And then you're able to lock it down. You have a seal up here, all of it's water tested, and you can drive 75, 80 miles an hour on the freeway and have no problem. It's not going to flap in the wind. But you pull up to red light, you decide, you know what, I want to go ahead and open this up. You could easily, just like that. And that, to me, best of both worlds. I almost always have my moonroof in use because it's so easy, right? It's not like you have to commit to anything. So if it's nice out, you want some sun, open it up, you decide it's getting too hot, you can easily pop it on and pop it off. So it's definitely one of our clients' favorite features. They tell us that Safari mode is their favorite, which doesn't surprise us one bit because we got the feedback from our customers back when building those. Those are restorations and restomods. This right here, not a restoration, not a restomod, a fully modernized classic. And so just to be clear, the difference in a fully modernized classic is that it isn't a restored vehicle. The platform underneath, and I'll show you, is a 2025. It has modern safety features. It passes emissions. It's FMVSS compliant as well. So what does that mean? FMVSS compliance means it meets today's federal motor vehicle safety standards. A restoration or restomod, like those two over there, cannot meet them. And the reason is simple. Those vehicles were built at a time and aftermarket where they weren't engineered and designed in time that could meet today's standards. That's like 50, 60 years of advancement. So every year, the FMVSS compliance gets harder and harder and more strict to protect passengers. And so what we did was, instead of trying to make an old car more modern, which we used to do and we did it very well, we then took a modern car chassis platform underneath, kept all the good stuff like the way it drives, longer wheelbase, wider track width, independent front suspension, and the safety features, the crumple zones, airbags, the traction control, the anti-lock brakes, and then went through FMVSS certification, crash tested the vehicle as well, front, side, and rear, and tested all of the airbags. We did that to ensure that after 900 hours of labor to transform that modern car chassis that you see over here into this absolute piece of art, that everything still worked. And then, if you choose to purchase this vehicle upon delivery, bumper to bumper white glove warranty. And what that means is we stand behind our product. Anything pops up mechanically, cosmetically, it doesn't matter, so long as you just didn't abuse it, even if it was your fault, but don't push it too far. But seriously, if you have anything come up after delivery, we cover it. Every bit of the entire truck, white glove, bumper to bumper. But it doesn't mean we just cover it. It's the way we cover it and the way we go about it that should stand out to you. Because if you've had other $250,000+ vehicles, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, McLaren, AMG, you know that one thing they're not going to offer you is what we offer you, which is it comes with our certified traveling technicians who travel to your home. And it doesn't matter where you live. And so if something comes up, you reach out to our concierge, same person that will walk you through the closing process, help you with the walkthrough of the vehicle upon delivery, answer any questions that you have. Anything pops up, we can't handle it. You reach out to them. If we can't do it remotely, we fly our traveling technicians 48 hours to your house, in your driveway, take care of it, and the bill for that is going to be $0. It tells you a couple things. Number one, we're extremely confident in our builds. The process that we go through to build each one of these on an assembly line with takt time and quality checks and in-station checks and layered audits, and then hundreds and hundreds of inspections with management sign up before any vehicle gets shipped. The fact that we also build it on a 2025 modern chassis makes it significantly easier to warranty than compared to an old restoration or even a Restomod. This right here, it is a vehicle you can drive every day with peace of mind, crash tested, EPA compliant, pass emissions, and you're not gonna have any problems. The only problem you're gonna have is how many people are gonna come talk to you about how beautiful and crazy and unbelievable how obsessed they are with your car. It really is the case, because it's like nothing else on the road. And after I've had over 50 cars, G-Wagons, Range Rovers, Urus, Bentley, all these different cars, I kind of got tired of them. And I thought to myself, I want something nobody else has. And then I bought an old Bronco, 1969 Bronco. It was actually like that one right there. But because it had so many problems, broke down, has so many issues, leaked everywhere, drove bad, drove harsh, made my wife's hair smell like gas, I was like, you know what? I was so in love with the old car look, but not at all in love with the old car problems. I was compelled to do something about it, and it led me down this path of fixing my own old Bronco to doing restoration, then finding out that that looks nice but doesn't drive well and doesn't have any safety features. And then after really listening to customer feedback, it was pretty clear Restomod was better, and that's when we moved in this factory where we build and handcraft all of our modern classic vehicles. And then the business really blew up. And then we built them for Jennifer Lopez, Mark Wahlberg, LeBron James, all kinds of celebrities, billionaires, athletes, and regular people who were just really successful entrepreneurs and executives who had done really well in life. They had the means to buy anything they wanted, and so they wanted a Restomod, so we gave it to them. And the Restomods were super nice, really, really nice vehicles, and better than an old restoration. However, they did not drive like a modern vehicle. They could not drive like a modern vehicle because the old restorations and Restomods had a short wheelbase that was only 92 inches. This modern classic has a 100.4 inch wheelbase. It's an 8-inch difference. 8 inches makes a big difference. You're definitely going to feel it. And on the front side, or the width side, I should say, the track width of a modern classic, of our modern 2025 chassis, is wider as well than the old restorations and restomods. So now you take a wider track width, a longer wheelbase, and you add independent front suspension, which is what all of you watching here are used to. If you're spending a $250,000 price point on a vehicle, it's going to drive like a modern car. But the real key and the biggest difference here, in addition to all that, is that even though if you had a longer wheelbase and a wider track width, it would drive more like your modern car, you still wouldn't have airbags. And because our customers who purchase these vehicles, they have kids, they're married, they have grandkids, they have family, and they actually want to drive the truck, not just like look at it, the safety features were a non-starter. And so taking that customer feedback after building all those restorations led us down the path of giving our customers what they really wanted, which was actually a modern vehicle that looked vintage. And this right here, this is your entire investment, is actually what your whole life rides on. So think about it before you make a purchase and ask these questions. Does it drive like a modern vehicle? If it's a restoration, probably not. I've had lots of restorations, even really nice, expensive ones. None of them ever drove like my G-Wagon or Range Rover. I always felt the difference in the ride quality, the handling, the way the car just overall, acted and behaved. And that's minus all the little classic car quirks. But the number one thing that these things can never do, because of the time that they were built in, is you can't retrofit safety features into a restoration or a restomod. And so having things like this right here, the airbags, 6 of them, having the crumple zones built into the vehicle, having the traction control, having all the things like the stability control, roll sensor, things that you don't want to think about, things that you don't have to think about in your normal life, but if it pops up, you're going to want it. It's insurance. And so to be able to take this and turn it into this, and then handcraft it in a way that would make anybody who knows craftsmanship just blown away, it really comes down to our people, our process, and our parts, and we're maniacal about it. So if you're looking for something very unique and very rare, something you'll never see on this at another red light, and if you did, and it was one of our fully modernized classics, highly unlikely it'll ever be the same color. But in this case, I can tell you it will never happen, guaranteed, and here's why. This is a one-of-one edition. So let me show you the rear, and I'm going to pop the hood as well. One-of-one edition means that if you purchase this vehicle, we will never, ever build another one like it, identical, ever again. And that's what that is. So if you truly want something nobody else has, and you want the exclusivity, and you want something very, very rare, you will have the peace of mind of knowing you will never see another one just like this ever again. And so one-of-one edition, it is for sale, it is in stock, it's ready for immediate delivery. So today is Friday, it's 6 p.m. Eastern time here in Atlanta. You can reach out to our team by text, or you can call us anytime. We're always on, doesn't really matter what time of day it is or what day of the week it is. We just love it that much. We're always available, and we can put this deal together for you and get it shipped out ASAP. I think we're 12 days or 14 days away from Christmas, so getting pretty close. Back here, you'll see all these little details, like this little cargo floor here that will lift up, and it reveals a hidden cooler. That's a hidden cooler back there with a drain plug that you can throw some ice into. You got this beautiful teak wood right here. All of the panels right here finished in leather with the same deviated stitching. This vehicle has every single upgrade, including the premium audio system, which is a Focal audio sound system, 10-inch hidden JL subwoofer. And take a look at the speaker grill. This is not plastic. This is actually matching leather with perforation. So we perforated this leather enough for the sound to come through. It gives you a very seamless setup. You can't even tell us in there. There's a huge 10-inch JL sub in there, which we engineered to fit in this tiny little crevice, and it hits like I have to turn it down. I love good bass, but when I get in the truck, I actually have to turn it down because it's pretty solid. And it's not that it's just super loud, it's very, very clean as well. And so you've got the upgraded audio, you've got the teak wood here as well. This tailgate is engineered to hold up to 500 pounds. So that's our own design, drops nice and slow and reveals this beautiful back here. And I'm also going to show you how the seats fold down too, so you can see. So back here, I'm going to reach inside and I'll show you one side. So you've got, again, these little details right here. Here's your strap. You pull on that. You lift this forward. And keep in mind, I have one hand on the phone, and I've got one hand here. Here's your other strap, and you're just going to lift up on this and then drop it down. So it's a 50-50 split. You want to fold down the whole thing, you can do it. I'm not going to do it on that side. Lay down the whole thing flat. Then you got room for plenty of golf clubs or whatever it is you want to store. Easy to put back as well. So that's the back. And it has the Roush Performance Package. So you get intake, exhaust, and there's a tune on it as well. And you get about 330 horsepower, about 400 feet of torque. And it sounds really, really nice too. Nice growl to it. I'll fire it up so you can hear it as well. All right, so I'm gonna go up here and pop the hood for you. And before we go up there, this is your 12-inch touchscreen navigation infotainment system. Has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and then you've got your dual zone climate control here. You got your power right here. Here you've got your key alarm, keyless entry, remote start as well. And then this is an automatic, 10-speed automatic modern transmission. Shifts nice and smooth. Look at your cup holders here. Even your cup holders are spoiled by this beautiful stitching and leather work. Seriously, you could sit in this and just admire it as art, or you could drive it. But unlike an old classic car, you don't have to hesitate, right? You don't have to worry about it, breaking down or driving harsh or leaving you stranded or having an issue. You could drive it every day if you wanted to. And what's nice about it is that our customers, the feedback that we got was that they actually want to drive it, right? I don't know about you, but you drop this kind of money, you don't want to have to just look at it. You definitely don't want to have to pay for it to be in the shop. And that is a reality of most restorations, is that they can't compare to a modern vehicle with today's engineering and reliability. It is significantly better. And just look at how beautiful that is. It looks like carbon fiber, but it's actually strips of leather, hand woven. Look at that. Just absolute art. And then you have different modes here. So you could be in two-wheel drive and decide to shift on the fly. You don't even have to get out. Hit the button, you get a four-wheel drive, and there's different modes for sand, snow, ice, slippery, and I've tried them all. I've driven these on the beach in the Hamptons. I've driven it in the mountains in Aspen in the snow. I've driven it in the freeway going 80 miles an hour on a road trip. You just don't have to think twice. And that's really the same thing I always wanted too, was just something I could drive and not have to worry about. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this up here. This might be kind of hard to do with one hand because I have to open up the hood, so excuse my awkward position here.